Hello everyone, I just got back from the briefing of the Galaxy A series of smartphones and it's raining outside right now, so bear with us for a second. And there are a total of 3 different Galaxy A series smartphones launching right now actually when you're watching this video. So in today's video, I just want to quickly highlight all the 3 different phones that Samsung is launching. So the aforementioned 3 phones are the Galaxy A33, the Galaxy A53 and also the Galaxy A73 5G. We'll definitely talk more about that 5G and the A73 later. So let's start off by talking about some of the feature highlights that Samsung is talking about. So number 1, we have Link to Windows, which is something that we've seen before and you can actually use it now with your Galaxy S or Galaxy Z series of smartphones. You just have to download the app, link it to your Windows PC and then you can use it right away. And Bixby routines, that was actually one of my favorite features on the Z Fold 3 because Bixby routine literally elevated the experience of the Galaxy Z Fold 3. And also battery size, all 3 phones are now using 5000 mAh battery. We'll definitely talk more about that later. And all the 3 phones are actually integrated with the full Samsung Galaxy ecosystem as well, which includes Samsung Pay, Samsung SmartThings, the Samsung Buds auto pairing and all of the other features that you can find on the S series of smartphones as well. So now let's talk about the phones themselves in terms of hardware. So all of these 3 phones do share a lot of common traits. So firstly, in terms of aesthetics, they are all using plastic backs, but they are also very roughish kind of matte finish, which I really like. And also the camera bump is now curving up from the phone's back body, so you can see it's not really an abrupt camera bump. And there are a total of 4 colors available for all the 3 phones that you can choose from. So you got the very basic black and white colors, and then you also have this blue color which is carried forward from the Galaxy A72 and Galaxy A52 from last year. And also we now have a brand new peach color, which I really like. This peach color looks a bit orangey, but I'm really liking this color very much. And then exclusively for the Galaxy A73, we also got the mint color, which I think also looks really good. And all of these 3 phones do have microSD card slots, so you can expand up to 1TB if you want to. And all of these 3 phones are also IP67 rated, so that is amazing. And all of these 3 phones also have the RAM Plus feature, but I don't really want to talk about RAM Plus because it's a feature that I don't think any of us will need. 8GB of RAM in a smartphone is definitely more than enough, and virtual RAM, which means your RAM Plus here, is not gonna perform as good as the real RAM, so I usually just leave it off. And as mentioned earlier, all of these 3 phones also come with 5000 mAh battery, and all of them support up to 25 watts of wired fast charging. But there is no charger in the box. You only get a USB Type-C to Type-C cable and that's it. So you need to get your own charger to use the Galaxy A33, 53 and A73 5G. And there's also no headphone jack for any of these phones, plus there's also no pre-installed screen protector, but they are all using the Corning Gorilla Glass 5. So now let's talk about the specs of each of the phones. Starting with the Galaxy A33, we have a 6.4-inch Super AMOLED screen at 90Hz, the Exynos 1280 chipset, 5000 mAh battery, and it also has 8GB of RAM with 128GB of storage. And then the 4 cameras are as listed on the screen right here. As for the Galaxy A53, we have a 6.5-inch Super AMOLED screen at 120Hz with the same Exynos 1280 chipset, 5000 mAh battery, and the cameras are also as listed on the screen right here. For the Galaxy A73 5G, we have a 6.7-inch Super AMOLED screen at 120Hz, Snapdragon 778G chipset, 5000 mAh battery, 8GB of RAM with 256GB of storage, and the cameras are as listed on the screen right here. Now, one thing that I realized that the Galaxy A73 didn't have is a dedicated telephoto camera, because the Galaxy A72 did have a dedicated 2 or 3 times optical zoom, which is good. But for the Galaxy A73 5G, I did ask Samsung why there isn't a dedicated telephoto camera, and what they told me is that the 108 megapixel main camera can provide up to 3 times hybrid zoom and 10 times digital zoom. I'm not sure what they mean by hybrid zoom and digital zoom separately. I mean, anything above 1 times zoom for the 108 megapixels is supposedly digital zoom, right? So yeah, we'll definitely have to test it out when we have the phone in our hands. And overall, I think all of these three phones, the Galaxy A33 got the biggest upgrade because it now has IP67 rating, and then it also has the better chipset, the Exynos 1280. It also has a better screen, 90Hz, 1080p, that's good. And for the Galaxy A53, I think it's a reasonable iterative upgrade. For the Galaxy A73 5G though, I think it's a bit weird, like what we mentioned about the cameras, but we definitely have to test it out to know what's the full story. And back to the Exynos 1280 chipset for a while. According to leakers, it's supposed to perform similarly with the Snapdragon 778G, but if that's the case, then why didn't the Galaxy A33 and A53 just use the Snapdragon 778G chipset? Or on the flip side, why didn't the Galaxy A73 5G just use back the same Exynos 1280 chipset? Is it because of 5G? Maybe. And one more thing that I realized is that the notch on all of these three phones are completely different. So the Galaxy A33 comes with quite a huge U-shaped kind of notch, and then for the Galaxy A53 it's using a very tiny circular cutout, which is the common standard nowadays. But for the Galaxy A73 though, I don't know why there's such a big black circle around the camera cutout, and I just think that yeah, if you compare it with the Galaxy A53 selfie camera cutout, it's just a lot bigger. So I'm not sure why Samsung did this. It's literally what I saw when I compared both phones together. And so that's it. That's all we have to share with you about the new Galaxy A series of smartphones. This is gonna be a bit shorter because yeah, it's a mid-range smartphone, and we'll definitely have to get our hands on these three phones to review before we can make any further comments. So stay subscribed for that, and we'll see you guys in that review. Goodbye.